Thank you for tuning into my weekly video message. Our COVID cases continue to hover between moderate and substantial transmission rates. Our indoor mask mandate is currently not in effect in accordance with the County Council's regulation. And I continue to urge everyone to wear masks indoors in publicly accessible areas, regardless of whether or not you're required to do so. The good news is that even though the mandate is not currently in effect, nearly every Montgomery County establishment I've been in, our residents wear their masks anyway. This culture of being healthy and considerate of each other, no matter what the regulations are, is one of the reasons why we've been so successful as a county in dealing with COVID. Our efforts to vaccinate 5 to 11-year-olds is off to a good start. Since last Thursday, the County Health Department has vaccinated over 8,000 children. According to the latest state numbers, Montgomery County represents about 50% of all the 5 and 11-year-olds vaccinated throughout the state. I want to continue to encourage parents to get their children vaccinated. Just go to govaxmoco.com to make an appointment. Over the past few months, we've been proud that 99% of our eligible population has had at least one dose. It's been an extraordinary accomplishment. But now the eligible population has expanded to include 5 to 11-year-olds. So currently, 77% of our county's total population is fully vaccinated, and at least 87% has at least one dose. Over the next several weeks, I look forward to seeing our fully vaccinated rate going over 80% as we continue to vaccinate more of our 5 to 11-year-old population. However, we still have tens of thousands of residents who remain unvaccinated, and we will continue and not give up on trying to convince them to get their shot. As we approach the holiday season, the vaccination is our best protection against transmission of the virus. It is a key to keeping us safe. I was very pleased to see that Congress finally passed the $1.75 trillion infrastructure bill. I want to send my thanks to our congressional delegation for the hard work and advocacy to get this passed. Like many, I wish that this investment would have been larger for the infrastructure needs that we have in the county, in the state, and in the country. Nevertheless, this bill represents some access to important funds for transit and other transportation improvements. Over the summer, when we were debating with the governor over the future of the American Legion Bridge, I-495 and I-270, we asked for the state to wait on their overly expensive plan until this federal bill passed to see what we could get for these major infrastructure projects. Instead, the governor, with approval and consent of the County Council, rammed through the Transportation Planning Board and the Board of Public Works an expensive public-private partnership to create a bad deal, a bad design, and the wrong choice for Montgomery County and the region. Now that this infrastructure deal has passed, I hope that the state will consider federal investment for this project. In the good news department, Montgomery County companies are having a record year for IPO private investment and venture capital funding, topping $18 billion in 76 companies across the life sciences, health tech, media, and quantum industries. By comparison, $4 billion was invested in Montgomery County companies in 2020. So far in 2021, that number has jumped 450% to $18 billion. These numbers are phenomenal, and we have much to be proud of in our county. We're also working to help make it easier to do business here in Montgomery County. When I was first elected council member, Cindy Katz and I conducted a listening tour with county business owners and residents. We repeatedly heard concerns about the county's permitting process. Since then, we've increased the productivity of our Department of Permitting Services, known as DPS, despite the challenges of the pandemic. We've also improved customer service by adding residential online offerings to our website, and we're about to launch a new online permitting system that will integrate the entire permitting process virtually. This will be a game changer, and word is getting out amongst both the commercial and residential permit customers how much better our system is now. Earlier this year, DPS received an email from a customer that read, "You've inspired DPS to work together and to get things done in ways I've never seen in my 35 years of work with the county government." This is the type of positive feedback we are regularly hearing now, and as DPS continues to improve, we expect more of our residents and businesses will be noticing that we are more open for business than ever. I want to thank our DPS Director and our entire staff in the Department of Permitting Services for their hard work to make these improvements and to better serve our public. This week we commemorate Veterans Day. I want to thank our tens of thousands of Montgomery County veterans for their service to our country. We are also grateful to our military families for their dedication and sacrifice to support their loved ones who served. We also know that many of our veterans have suffered. They've dealt with mental health turmoil and post-traumatic stress disorder. Over the past 5 years, our homeless services have treated and housed over 200 homeless veterans toward our goal of ending veteran homelessness. However, during the last 20 months of the pandemic, many of our veterans in crisis have had to deal with job loss, increased isolation, substance abuse, and stress. And over the past 3 months, many veterans who served in Afghanistan have had increased anxiety and frustration at the images and outcome of that conflict. We will continue to honor our veterans and their families by ensuring that our county, in concert with the state of Maryland and the Veterans Administration, will provide support that our veterans need and deserve. From job training and hiring to mental and physical health resources, if you are a veteran in need of help or assistance, please contact our Montgomery County Commission on Veterans Affairs at montgomerycountymd.gov/veterans. As part of our continuing commitment to equity, we are hosting the county's first budget forum in Spanish this week. We had 5 wonderful budget forums with each of the regional service centers over the past month. However, many of our Spanish-speaking residents are equally engaged in this process but may have difficulty with the translation. This budget forum will help them better understand our current budget forecast as well as help us hear their concerns and ideas. Finally, as we head into the holiday season and end of the year, I'm taking time out of my schedule to travel around each of our 5 regions to visit nonprofit entities as well as local businesses. Last week, I was in the upper part of the county where I met with Women Who Care Ministries, a community outreach nonprofit based in Montgomery Village, and they are celebrating 20 years of service this year. The primary mission of this organization is to help people in need, primarily through offering food and other services to our low-income residents. I was impressed by their Helping Kids Eat Backpack Weekend Meal program, which provides non-perishable food items to children each Friday to make sure they have food over the weekend. As a teacher, I knew students who were hungry on Monday because their last hot meal was lunch in school on Friday. This problem is real and it persists. I appreciate the work of Women Who Care Ministries and the many other organizations helping our residents in need. Finally, I stopped by Il Porto, a restaurant in Gaithersburg celebrating 25 years of business in Montgomery County. Owner Alberto Cruz, an immigrant from El Salvador, opened Il Porto in 1996 after working at several Italian restaurants throughout the region. Now he owns 3 restaurants of his own and represents the success that entrepreneurs can have in our country. I'll be continuing these visits throughout the county. As you celebrate the holidays with your family, please remember to volunteer your time with nonprofits or donate food or money to those who are helping out our neighbors in need. The greatest gift we can give others is our generosity. Thank you again for taking time to listen. Have a good week.